Hey guys, thanks for tuning us in for this 45th episode of Good Questions with Cameron Dole. Special guests for this episode include actress Kennedy Tucker, also actress Kim Fields, and comedian Paige Kennedy. We'll also have the chance to visit with our good friend Shawn Gomez of the Freshwater Donkeys. Again, like to say thanks again to Brandon Allen, who put together our new theme music, and be sure and check him out on Spotify, iTunes. Got some great music out there. Brandon, again, thank you so much. If you would, please take the time to subscribe, drop a like, comment, leave some feedback, and share with your friends. Our very first guest on the podcast today, Kennedy Tucker. She's been on the stage, the screen, the big screen, and got a new movie. We actually talked to Michael Paré this last Friday. And first off, Kennedy, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited.
Now, Kennedy, tell us first off this opportunity to work with Michael Paré and also Eileen, one of our friends. What was it like working? You put the two of them together. I mean, what was that like on the new movie?
I mean, it was absolutely amazing to work with everyone in our cast. But I wish I had more scenes with Michael. I didn't get that many with him, but I was always with him on set, and he's extremely fun to be around. He's very funny. You never know what he's going to say next. And Eileen, most of my scenes were with her, and she's just an extremely talented person. She makes my job extremely easy because she's so in every scene. So it was amazing.
And for you, the new movie is available. Actually, it's out tomorrow. Is that right? Middleton Christmas?
Yeah.
And this year being 2020, the way it has been, what has it been like getting to this end point as opposed to the previous works? Yeah,
well, I mean, this is definitely like a light at the end of a tunnel from this year. I feel like this year was definitely hard for everyone, and this movie, it just has a lot of heart, and it's just fun to watch, and you feel good watching it, even though there is a little bit of drama, but it's just a happy movie.
And if folks haven't seen the previews or the trailers for Middleton Christmas, give us just a little insight into the new film as well.
Yeah. So, like I said, it definitely has the heart of a Christmas movie where it's just a feel-good movie, but there is a little bit of drama when something bad, I guess, happens to my character, where my life is put in danger and someone makes a very big decision to try and save me.
And for you, this working on the new work this year. Now, when was filming on this? Was this during the pandemic or post part of that, or was it previous?
No, so luckily we finished this right before all the quarantine stuff happened. We filmed during last Thanksgiving.
Like, I mean, we were just starting to hear some of those little inklings of that bad C word out there. Was that even on the thought the thought process for you at that point?
While filming this, no. I feel like it hadn't really been talked about that much while we were filming. So everything for this project was still very normal and how everything else before COVID was.
And we mentioned before coming on the air that you're from the Cincinnati area, and being from Cincinnati, the one question that I've got for you, I'm not a native Cincinnati and didn't live in the area. I have my own favorite chili, but what is your favorite? Is it Gold Star or Skyline?
It's Skyline. What's yours?
That means, see, it's proof that I'm not from Cincinnati. It's not. I'm not from Cincinnati.
Gold Star?
I have always loved Gold Star better.
What? No. Skyline is by far the best.
But see, that's also because I'm not from Cincinnati, so I don't have that. I don't have the taste buds you guys have. How about that?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Now, what's your favorite way to get your Skyline?
Okay, I mean, I do always get a 3-way, so just like the chili, the cheese, the spaghetti, but I love conies with mustard also on them, so those are the two that I always get.
The nice thing about Cincinnati chili, whichever one you get, plenty of the shredded mild cheddar.
Oh, yes.
Now, Kennedy, the new movie available tomorrow. How is the easiest way for folks to find information about the new movie? And if they're wanting to, is a pre-order available now, or do they just have to wait till tomorrow?
I'm actually not sure about the pre-order, but I do. If you want a quick access, I do have a link on my Instagram page, _Kennedy Tucker_. It's in my bio. It's the iTunes link. It'll take you straight to the movie right where you can buy it. But iTunes, I've been told Amazon.
And what has been the hardest part about getting ready for the release? I mean, is the anticipation level different this time around?
Well, honestly, it's kind of sad that it's always so much fun to come back together with the whole cast and everyone when we get to watch the movie together before it's officially released. We didn't get to do that because of COVID. We all have been in our own houses. So it was kind of sad to lose that little reunion factor of a film coming out.
And what's next on the horizon for Kennedy? I mean, are work starting to open up for you guys?
Sadly, everything is still pretty much shut down. I've started getting a couple auditions. I filmed one other thing right before COVID started. So that'll be coming out soon also. And that's it right now. I'm hoping things start back up again.
I know. And what does the holiday season look like for you? And actually, were you able to celebrate Halloween obviously differently?
I wasn't really able to celebrate Halloween. I did dress up, for myself. I dressed up as Willy Wonka. I was actually very proud of the outfit I put together from Pete's Closet. And then for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be home in Ohio, so that I'm looking forward to that.
And do you, being in the warm weather, do you miss the snow in Ohio? Is that something you look forward to when you go home?
Yes, I really miss the seasons. I really miss fall, although I feel like each time I forget how cold it is, and I'm never really prepared for it. And
again, the movie is available coming up tomorrow. Be sure and check it out, Middleton Christmas. And Kennedy, you mentioned your Instagram. Where is social media? Is that the best way to keep up with you?
Yeah, on Instagram, it's just _Kennedy Tucker _. And you'll find the link to the movie there, too.
All right. Well, Kennedy, it's been great to get to visit with you today. Best of success with the movie, and I can't wait to check it out myself.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope everyone loves the movie like I do.
Up next, actress Kim Fields and Paige Kennedy going to talk about a new song and video that has been put together and is available now, getting ready for folks to get out there and vote. I want to give you a chance to talk about the new song, the new video that folks can go check out.
Yeah, so we have, Kim and I have a video out. It's called Safe. It's the second part of a two-part series of a problem that happens right now in our society. It's an unbiased look at minorities and police encounters and the deleterious effects of fear. And so this new video, Safe, is it happens after a situation that happens in the previous video, Fear, and it's a conversation that is had with a black family that has come in contact with police, and something terrible has occurred from that. And we're trying to keep our child safe and have the conversations that we need to make sure that they, get home safely. And so we have this wonderful video out that is starring Kim Fields and myself, and it helps bring light to this so that we can have the conversation. And it's all stemmed around trying to get us to vote.
And Kim, for you, obviously this year has been a year a lot of folks would like to forget, but the election, not one of those things that you can just kind of put on the back burner either.
No, goodness, no. We do not put elections on the back burner, regardless of what's going on in our world. If anything, what's going on in our world, good, bad, or indifferent, should continuously propel us to vote. To either, make sure that you want change, make sure that if it's somebody that you want to stay in certain positions in order to continue the work that they're doing, whatever the case may be for you and your decision-making process, just make sure that your vote is heard. Your voice is your vote. And so being able to participate in a video that really helps to further conversations about accountability, about abuse of power, about policy reforms. Those are things that certainly matter, and that when you go and you vote, that's what you're saying, in my opinion.
And this year, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, kind of one that we all want to put on the back burner. But Kim, I know for you, you've been staying extremely busy. I know that we talked earlier about some movies that have come out, and you've also got a gourmet coffee. I've got to hear about this, Kim.
Yes. So when we last saw Kim, I was directing the movie for BET Her, in reference to mental health awareness, and in particular postpartum depression. I just, as an artist, I really appreciate my artist ancestry, people who have come before me who use their platforms in music, in movies, television, their celebrity status, if you will, to be able to make a difference and really promote change and impact. And so being able to do that with my art and with my platform has been very empowering for me, and, thankfully resonating with people around the world. So that said, even with my coffee, being able to celebrate this fall, we did a fall collection for Harlem, which is where I'm from, Harlem, New York, celebrating and honoring iconic people and places and works. And so that's been really exciting to be able to share that and be an entrepreneur, and being an entrepreneur in this day and age. And again, using our platforms. For me, as a purveyor of coffee and, the proverbial coffee house, that's always been a place where people could really engage in different experiences and ideas, dialogues, and conversations. And so even on our social media, I've utilized our coffee platform to engage in dialogue with a conversation series that we have called One Cup at a Time. And we've talked about everything from the arts to racism, to bridging the gap with racism, especially systemic racism, to accountability and police reform and things like that. So it's an area that I really am very proud of. And more than anything, when people just say genuinely, I love your coffee, that means a lot when you're an entrepreneur or an artist, and people have such a really wonderful response to what you are providing.
And Kim, just like so many other things that you work on, it brings about conversation. That's that's one of the things I love about music and coffee. Mm-hmm. The coffee side chat, or the coffee chat. Everybody does that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And bringing up music, we just had a conversation with Dion Deasy from SiriusXM. He's the vice president of urban programming. He's also an on-air personality, and we were talking about the power of music. And how it really can transcend so many things, from cultural differences to language barriers, as some people call it. So, being in that space is just it's a privilege, and then when you can use your powers for good, it really feels great.
And Paige, I always want to make sure and let our listeners know where they can find the new song, find the video, all that information, and everything you got going social media wise as well.
Yeah, so My social media, I'm on all social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, at Paige Kennedy, Page Kennedy. And the video is on Paige Kennedy Vivo on YouTube. That's where you can find both videos, Fear and Safe. And please, we encourage the conversations on there. So we love people to, leave how they feel about it.
And Kim, for you as well on all the socials.
Sure. Well, again, for the coffee, it's at Signature Blends by KF. And then for me, I am at Kim Fields Official.
All right. Well, Kim and Paige, great to visit with you guys this morning. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thanks. The same to you. Have a good one.
Our last guest here on the 45th podcast. It's hard to believe that, but a good friend of mine and of the program as well, Shawn Gomez, and it's the Freshwater Donkeys going to be playing this weekend, and I'm excited to be a part of that as well. Shawn, always good to visit with you, my friend.
Yes, sir, Cameron. I appreciate you having us on, man. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, and the Freshwater Donkeys, the reimagination of it, if you will, Shawn. How did the Freshwater Donkeys be brought back to life, my friend?
Well, it's a long story, as you know. You've been around for most of the story. It's the Freshwater Donkeys is basically me and my cousins who have been playing together since. We started in church playing when we were like 9, 10 years old. As we got out and figured out, man, we play these guitars pretty good. We can make a little money doing this, So get out there and hitting the road. And as a matter of fact, Altus, Oklahoma was the very first place we started playing clubs and bars. But we always had to take our breaks in the back in the alley. We're not old enough to be in there, really. But anyway, long story short, we had a band called Redneck Brown and the Freshwater Donkeys. And that name just really stuck. I mean, so even if we had different band projects or whatever, the name the Freshwater Donkeys always came up. And me and my two cousins are the donkeys. It's just kind of how it kind of panned out.
And Shawn, the band coming back together, obviously pandemic. How have the practice sessions gone for you guys? How different have they had to be?
Well, to be honest, it hasn't really affected us a whole lot because, the last group we were in, Jackson Tillman, that band disbanded late 2019. And then so as 2020 hit, and the pandemic hit, we were kind of just sitting back trying to figure out what our next move is even going to be. Or, we've been doing this so long, we even, tossed around, are we even going to play anymore, But that itch is just too strong. We couldn't do it. And so we, like I said, with us being family and stuff, we talk a lot on the phone, and we've been playing together so long, we can kind of virtually rehearse, if that makes any sense. So we kind of put our set list together, and then when we could get together, then we were able to just knock it out, long 6.5, 7-hour rehearsals. But it's like putting on an old glove,
And you guys have always had a loyal following. I mean, Shawn, how proud are you to have the fans that, they're like family to you guys, right?
They really are. I mean, Cameron, as you know, being down there from Southwest Oklahoma, no matter where we went, we would have someone from back home pop up in the most random places like Nashville, Tennessee. People from Frederick, Oklahoma, or Altus, and it didn't matter. Just people would follow us. And the closer we get to home, the crazier it gets. And we are blessed to have the community of the Southwest Oklahoma community to we're like their band. You know what I mean? Like they're go get them, guys. They're behind us all the way. It's been great. We love them to death. And that's why anytime we do start a new project, we go back home to unveil it for everyone.
And playing at Tom's, have you played at Tom's before?
We played at Tom's a long time ago. It was under, I don't even remember. It was we've done so many different musical projects. It was just in between one of the major ones, we played in there, but we have off and on done some little acoustic things here and there, in Tom's. So, it's a good little joint, that always makes us feel welcome.
And I know that you got something else that you got a lot of pride in. I know that your boy is coming up and has gotten the musical bug too. And Shawn, how are you managing managing all of that as well?
Oh, I'll tell you what, just like we were talking before the show, a little, burning the candle on both ends. I mean, I'm super, super proud of my son and excited that he, going into the music career, musical direction as well. He just got, like I said, it's a family thing with us. He kind of got that gene, and he does a little bit different style. I mean, he's a R&B pop artist, but man, I tell you what, the way this kid writes music is like, man, if I could write music like that when I was 17, the Donkeys would be a lot further along than they are right now.
Now,
but I'm super proud of him, and it's hard, because just like this week alone, we have a rehearsal. We have the Donkeys got some studio time, and my son has a night of studio time that we'll do. It's just music all the time, nonstop.
Now, what is the selection's just going to be some of the main standards that everybody knows?
So let me tell you a little bit about the new vision for the Donkeys. Okay. So speaking of fans, right, and people that have followed us forever, we had a band back in the day called Texoma when we really became like, all right, we're going to start playing. And from Texoma went into another band, and then eventually the Redneck Brown, and then eventually into Jackson Tillman. Well, when we did Redneck Brown and the Freshwater Donkeys in Jackson Tillman, we had some really good regional success, So the Donkeys now is going to be pretty much songs from all the bands that we've been in. People who have followed us through, for years, they're always, we've been at a Jackson Tillman show, and they're like, hey, play this Redneck Brown song. I'm like, really don't do that, not as this band, but now you're going to get everything that we've written across the board, throughout the years. And plus, we have a new EP that's getting ready to come out. So there'll be 6 or 8 songs of some brand new stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of everything, and then a lot of partying songs. This is a good time. This is a good feel, good time kind of thing.
And what's it like to come back after the pandemic? Have you guys played any shows yet? Is this and if so, how has the landscape been?
Well, we haven't played. There's been a few little things here and there. Like we did a wedding, a small, it wasn't a full band. It's just been, when we have played, it's just been real small, kind of acoustic kind of things. This will be our first big band thing, out in the club. Experience since the whole pandemic thing has started, but we hopefully everyone plays it safe when we get in there and rock some masks off.
I like that. How are you going to keep the excitement level in check getting up for the first time again?
It's going to be tough. We usually lean a little Bud Light, something like that, kind of take the edge off. We'll be okay. It won't be the first time.
and Shawn, if folks can folks pre-order tickets or just at the door?
No, this is going to be just at the door thing. This is a small, intimate kind of thing with people that we're encouraging people that hadn't seen us in a while, that are loyal fans or whatever, to come out. It's going to be kind of a reunion type thing. It's only $5 at the door. We kept it real cheap and easy for everyone, and hopefully we can get in there and pack the place out. We told Tom's and them, I sure hope y'all bought enough beer, because the Donkey fans are they'll float a keg.
They will do that. I've seen them do it.
They will.
Now, Shawn, if folks want to keep up with the Freshwater Donkeys, the social media, also when the new EP comes out, where to find all that as well?
Well, right now we're just on Facebook. You can just look up. Obviously that name's not very used very often, so it'll take you right to the Freshwater Donkeys Facebook page. And after this week, we've gotten with a new marketing guy, and so we'll have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of them after this week. But right now, you can find us on Facebook.
All right. Well, Shawn, looking forward to seeing you this Saturday. Again, Trader Tom's time for it as well?
We're going to hit the stage about 10:30.
All right, so we'll be out there. I'm excited to come out and bring you guys on stage. And again, look them up on Facebook and then all socials in the coming weeks. Shawn Gomez of the Freshwater Donkeys. Always good to visit with you, my friend, and looking forward to seeing you later this week.
Yes, sir, brother. It's always good to be on the shows. I always appreciate it. And see you Saturday.
Thanks again for joining us for this episode of Good Questions with Cameron Dole. If you ever have a comment, question, or anything else you'd like to know, find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at GQ with Cam. If you'd like to help out in the funding for this podcast, feel free to click the support tab and follow the instructions. If you have a special guest idea, feel free to email me, gqwithcam@gmail.com. We'll see you for episode number 46 coming up tomorrow.